Imagine that you got born again, but this time, your parents gave you an interesting name. Could be Debrickashaw, Karen, Sharkeisha, or the worst of all, Connor. These names definitely make people do a double take, but in the world of college football, wild names are more common than you think. But instead of just finding these unique names, I wanted to see what happened to these players after they got their fame from their name. In 2021, Tyler Junior College will get our first player on the list, General Booty. Yes, General Booty is his real legal name. A zero-star recruit coming into JUCO, quarterback General Booty had a pretty successful 1 year at Tyler, throwing the ball for 3,400 yards and 27 touchdowns. He led the NCAA in completions and passing yards, resulting in General transferring to the University of Oklahoma in 2022, where it was pretty uneventful. He was a quarterback for the Sooners from 2022 to 2023, but where Booty was basically the third-string QB for Oklahoma these 2 seasons. Not even a single pass attempt on his stat line. So instead of sitting the bench again for the 24 season, Booty transferred to Louisiana Monroe. He won the starting job week 1, leading to a win for UNLM. But weeks 2 and 3 saw less playtime for him, where it ultimately led to General being benched for the rest of the season. His total stats for 2024 was just 54 pass attempts for 306 yards with 2 touchdowns. General Booty put his name in the portal again for the 25 season, but it just led to Booty being done with college football entirely. He did go back to Oklahoma and graduate. Now he's just living life. The number 2 guy on my list probably has the wildest story out of anyone, with this being DeColdest Crawford. He actually became well known back in 2019 when doing an interview in high school. His mom came up with a name, and the people online even thought his middle name was To Ever Do It. So DeColdest To Ever Do It Crawford, but his middle name is really just Juan. 3-star Crawford enrolled at Nebraska as a wide receiver in 2022, but in the team's last scrimmage before the start of the season, DeColdest suffered a knee injury which caused him to be out the entire season. Good news though, while at Nebraska, Crawford linked an NIL deal with an Omaha heating and cooling company, making a great commercial. The next season in 2023, Crawford decided to hit the transfer portal, and he ended up back in his home state of Louisiana at Louisiana Tech. Crawford didn't see a lot of game action for the Bulldogs, just having 2 catches for 17 yards. Now for the 2024 season, DeColdest apparently transferred to JUCO Kilgore College. I saw articles saying he transferred there, but he wasn't listed on the team roster, and the college has nothing about him. So was he really there and just didn't play? I think so. A very odd route for a college football player, years in D1, then going back to JUCO. Anyways, besides that mystery year, Crawford then transferred to another junior college in 2025. Crawford transferred to Butler Community College, where he had a respectable season of 20 catches for 300 yards and 5 touchdowns in 7 games. DeColdest did pick up 4 offers while at Butler Community College, including Eastern Illinois, Grambling State, Lamar, and Prairie View A&M. So now us fans just have to wait and see where DeColdest Crawford will end up. Imagine transferring 5 years in a row. Well, that's what Pig Cage did. His real name, Quentin Cage. And how Pig came about? No one really knows where it came from, but it had been with him since childhood. With 2021 having a spring and fall season for some schools, 3-star Pig Cage started his 21 season at Nicholls State. The defensive back played in 7 games, he had 30 tackles, totaled 2.5 sacks, and having 1 interception. After that spring season, Pig Cage decided to transfer to LSU for the fall of 21, where he appeared in 8 games, getting 7 total tackles with 1 sack and getting 1 start. Another year and another transfer as 2022 saw him head to the University of Texas, San Antonio. Pig Cage played in 12 games, posted 17 total tackles with 1.5 TFLs, and the following season, he actually stayed put. The 23 season saw less action, with him only being in 4 games with 6 tackles and a TFL, and where I believe he redshirted. Can't find any articles on it though, but he only played 4 games, so it makes sense. Then 2024, he transferred back home to Louisiana Tech. He saw action in 7 games, mainly on special teams, totaling just 8 tackles. His final transfer came for the 25 season, with Cage heading to FCS Incarnate Word. From the college's profile, he only played in 4 games with 5 total tackles, and that's all I could find. That was his final college football season he could have played in, and from Incarnate Word's page, he is now a graduate student there. Another JUCO product is our fourth player on the list, with that being Dude Person. And unfortunately, Dude is not his real first name, it's Rontavious. For the 2020 shortened season, Dude started all 6 games at Northwest Mississippi, helping them win the conference's championship. Person, a defensive back, put together a season of 20 tackles, 3 pass breakups, and an interception. He earned another year of eligibility because of COVID, where he stuck around Northwest Mississippi for the 21 season. Starting 12 games this year, Person finished 3rd on the team in tackles at 70 total, 5.5 TFLs, and having 5 pass breakups. Instead of transferring to another college after his 2 years at the community college, Dude Person became a legend at Northwest Mississippi. His 22 season became his best. I'm talking 88 total tackles, 7.5 TFLs, 2 sacks, and 1 interception. Sadly, no NJCAA All-American team list for him, but another DB from Northwest Mississippi, Byron Pearson, got it. So the names are close enough. I'll count it. Finally, after 3 years at a JUCO, Dude Person made the move and transferred to Central Arkansas. As a junior in 2023, Person appeared in 9 games, but only having 12 tackles with a pass breakup. The 24 season rolled around where he became a starter, getting 53 tackles, 1 TFL, and 4 pass breakups. In his final season in 2025, he put up 60 tackles, 3 pass breakups, and a fumble recovery. That was his final season playing football, and for 2026, he's getting ready for Central Arkansas's Pro Day. In 2021, the US became more secure than ever military-wise, because they had Rocky Beers commit to the Air Force Academy. The years of 2021 and 2022 saw the tight end Rocky Beers, yes, his real name, play football for Air Force. Play is a little bit of a stretch as he was redshirted his first year, then mainly special teams the next year, with the only stats the team page has for him is 3 tackles in 2022. With an opportunity to play in 2023 at Air Force, Beers instead decided to join his younger brother and transferred out of Air Force, landing at Florida International. At FIU, he actually saw some playtime. 2023, Beers caught 18 passes for 158 yards with a touchdown, so his impact was ticking upwards. Then 2024 happened. In FIU's first game against Indiana, he suffered a hamstring injury which kept him out the rest of the season. In that one game though, he had 4 catches for 18 yards and a touchdown, so it could have been a big year for himself. Nevertheless, Beers decided a change was needed and he transferred once again, this time to Colorado State, where he had his biggest impact to date. As a redshirt senior this past 25 season, Beers led the team with 388 receiving yards and a team-high 7 touchdowns on 31 catches. This season boosted his transfer rating to a 3-star in the portal. Now for the upcoming 2026 season, Rocky Beers decided to act on his impressive season at Colorado State and transfer to Oklahoma. So now to see if the Sooners can make him even better this year. Another beer name coming at you, this time being Buck Coors. Buck Coors is indeed his real name, and he's also from Colorado where Coors is brewed. And is he related to the Coors family? Yes, he actually is. 2-star Coors committed to Wyoming in 2020, and where he didn't see any action his freshman season. The next season of 21 was basically a special team season for Coors, seeing just 1 tackle all season. 2022 may have been the worst season for Coors in terms of an injury. 2 weeks before the season opener against Illinois, Coors snapped his left ankle, missing most of the season, but he was able to play in Wyoming's last 4 games of the 22 season, recording 3 total tackles. For the 2023 season, he was named the backup at the safety position, but before the season again, he broke his hand where he needed surgery. This only sidelined Coors for a month, where he ended up appearing in 11 games, getting 11 total tackles and 2 TFLs. But after an injury-stricken 4 years at the University of Wyoming that led to 6 surgeries, Buck Coors announced his retirement from football in 2024 to pursue his college degree. A shame of what could have been if Buck never got injured. The last player on the list comes as something you have to have in football, Moh Bility. Well, Moh Bility is his actual name, but every Mohammed goes by Moh, and in 2022, he signed to North Texas for his freshman season. Sadly, he got redshirted his true freshman season, and where he decided to transfer to the first school he committed to, Rice. The 23 and 24 season saw limited playtime, mainly on special teams for Rice, with Moh appearing in just 4 games, no stats recorded. 2025 was more playtime, appearing in 5 games during the season where he recorded 2 total tackles, but that was it stat-wise. With the lack of opportunity, instead of sticking at Rice for his final football season in 2026, Moh decided to transfer to HBCU Prairie View A&M. I'll be on the lookout for these Panthers this upcoming year and seeing if Moh Bility puts on a show. So what can I conclude from all these great college football names? Well, that none of them really pan out. I think the only wild name that has worked recently is Kool-Aid McKinstry on the Saints. Now, even if these guys didn't have a very memorable college career, they had memorable names that us fans will always look back on.
If you wouldn't mind hitting the like button, the subscribe button, and hitting the bell notifications. Thank you.